Good morning, everyone. So, today we will talk about, on this occasion of World Sight Day 2021, we will take some time and talk about how to protect and take care of your precious eyesight. So, I'm Dr. Anurag Badhani. I'm a vitreoretinal surgeon working in RPI Institute. So, so importance of vision. It is a very important sensory organ of our body. And without vision, as we know, uh, the happiness will not be there, and connecting with other people will be difficult, and eyes are like windows to our soul. So to take care of this important vision, we here celebrate World Sight Day today and this week. And this is an annual global event which draws attention to causes of blindness and vision impairment which are commonly seen in the population. And the objective of this is to create awareness about eye care, and so that everyone can know causes of blindness and the basic treatments involved to avoid the uh, you know deterioration of vision. So why celebrate this day? So there are 2.2 billion people worldwide at present who have some sort of blindness and some sort of vision impairment. And 1 billion of these have a kind of eye problem which can be avoided easily with timely treatment and checkup of the eye. And the recent survey also tells us that at least 2% of our Indian population is also suffering from blindness, which could have been prevented by uh, basic awareness of common eye problems. So there are various eye problems with the most common of these are refractive errors. Refractive errors is nothing but need for glasses to see clearly. So now that can be of various kinds. Either you may require a minus number, which is a condition called myopia, or you may need glasses of plus number, which is hyperopia. And other conditions like dry eyes, digital strain in the eyes, and allergic conjunctivitis are also getting very commonly affecting the population these days, mainly due to increased digital screen time, and also the air quality, the pollution levels going up. These can cause common eye problems like these dry eyes and allergic changes in the eyes. Some eye problems are also age related. So some common eye problems which we see in children, because children, this is a very sensitive age group. These patients are not able to express themselves very nicely, and they cannot tell you the symptoms, and we need to take care of these patients and check them in time. Common problems include, a term called lazy eyes, which is amblyopia, appearance of squint, which is misalignment of eyes, and these days another condition which is called retinopathy of prematurity is getting very commonly involved, especially in extremely premature babies who have to stay for a longer period of time in neonatal ICUs. We'll talk about them one by one later. Common problems in elderly age group. Here the most common problem which we find, once anyone turns 40 and beyond, they start getting the need for using near vision glasses to watch their mobiles, to read, to watch computer screen. The near vision starts getting affected after age of 40. This condition is called presbyopia. Other causes of vision impairment will include cataract, which is called Safed Motia commonly, glaucoma, Kala Motia, and some very severe retinal conditions which cause irreversible vision losses like age-related macular degeneration and diabetic retinopathy. So talking about these one by one in brief, myopia, as we know, this is called nearsightedness. So in myopia, actually the far vision is affected. People can see near objects quite clearly, but the far vision, the like vision while watching TV, while driving, or reading something at a long distance, becomes difficult. And it is usually hereditary in nature also. And these days, as the time spent inside the room in this lockdown situation, we are spending a lot less time outside. So sometimes when our far vision is deteriorating day by day, we might not realize, because in these cases, the near vision, the use of the computer screen or reading, writing will be okay, but far vision will gradually keep on deteriorating further. So in these cases, you need to get your eyes checked regularly. And in case if you have problem in driving or watching TV or reading the board, signboards and all, then you can come for the checkup earlier. And another condition, different kind of need for glasses, where we usually use a plus powered glass, is called hyperopia. Then the common age group is around 30 to 40 years of age, which is affected with this condition. And distance objects are initially quite clear in this condition, but reading and near vision blurring gets commoner. And again, this condition can be timely corrected with use of glasses. Again, so children usually can suffer from this condition, which is called amblyopia. So amblyopia is nothing but lazy eye. Here what happens, children who have the need for glasses and somehow are not detected in time, and one of the eyes is weaker than the other eye, and usually the children keep on having good vision with the better eye. But what happens is the poor eye, the eye having a bad vision, gradually, the brain stops using that eye, and with that, progressively the coordination between the eye and the brain slows down. In this condition, the bad thing is that vision may not improve even with the use of glasses if not detected in time. If the childhood is gone, suffering from this condition, it is past, then in adulthood nothing can be done. So that's why timely checkup of children before they join school, and again every 1 or 2 years during their uh, school going age, is very important. This condition can also be reversed if detected in time, and simple prescription of glasses and sometimes patching of the eyes and eye exercises can resolve this condition. But timely start of treatment is the key. Then squint or misalignment of eyes is commonly seen in children. Again, timely checkups is very important, because if you delay checkup in these cases, then irreversible vision problems can occur. Otherwise, if detected in time, simple use of glasses or some eye exercises can resolve most of these conditions. And in some rare cases, you might also require eye muscle surgery, and the results are very satisfying. So now coming to other eye problems in across, these can be found across any age group. And commonly these conditions may be called as red eye conditions. So eyes getting red can be as simple as a mild allergic reaction, or as severe as getting an eye infection or corneal ulcers. So corneal ulcer can seriously affect your eye in a bad way. Usually this condition arises by inadvertent injury to the eye, something hitting the eye, most commonly some vegetative material like a leaf, a plant, a branch, injury from an insect hitting the eye. So such kind, or a nail injury, or anything dirty if enters the eye and you scratch the eyeball aggressively, that can cause harm to the surface of the eyeball followed by an infection. So these infections, if not treated in time by simple antibiotic eye drops, can cause irreversible scarring of the cornea of the eye. And this can lead to loss of eye also in some severe cases. So if you get a red eye with discomfort, watering, and some whitish appearance on the front part of the eye, you should immediately go to your ophthalmologist and get it treated before you start treating the disease on you know random medications. Other simple causes of red eye or pink eye are allergic conjunctivitis. Allergic conjunctivitis are also getting very commonly, patients are getting affected these days, mainly because of the sensitivity of the immune system, and the pollution in the air, the impurities in the water. So again, these patients will have redness, severe itching in the eyeball, sometimes stickiness. And sadly, antibiotics do not work in this case. And if you go by random prescriptions, antibiotics might worsen the condition as well. So a doctor needs to see properly and judge whether it's an infection or an allergy and give you medication likewise. This common condition called cataract or safed motiabint, almost everyone knows about this, that with after a certain age you get diminution of vision, you get blurry hazy vision, and this is mainly because of age related changes in the lens of the eye. The lens, natural lens of the eye, which is clear in the young adulthood, gets hazy with age, and then it can cause blurring of vision or rings around bright light. Night driving becomes very difficult in these cases, and such cases usually are irreversible and they progress gradually with time. The only solution for this is timely cataract surgery, where we remove the cloudy aged lens and replace it with a clear intraocular lens, artificial lens implantation. And need for surgery comes when the symptoms are too severe, the patient cannot carry on his routine daily activities, and the surgery is very fine these days. It's advanced technologies these days make the cataract surgery very comfortable for patients. We almost always use ultrasonic or laser energy to remove the aged defective lens in the eye. We replace it with a foldable intraocular lens, which is implanted inside the eye. It goes by a very small incision in your eye, and uh, usually the surgery is done on a daycare basis. You don't have to stay much long in the hospital after the surgery. And also, in most of the cases, we do not even use injection for local anesthesia. These days, only eye drops can anesthetize the eye during the surgery, which barely lasts for around 5 to 10 minutes. During that time, the patient is usually awake and hardly feels any discomfort. And it is one of the most safest surgeries performed on the human body. And healing generally occurs within just a matter of week, 1 week, or 2 weeks time. So coming on to glaucoma or kala motiabin. Now this is a very severe eye condition, commonly also known as silent cause of blindness. What happens here is there is damage to the optic nerve, the nerve which connects the eyeball to the brain, and this nerve gets badly affected in case your intraocular pressure rises unknowingly. So as you have got a blood pressure, there's a individual intraocular pressure also, which maintains the shape and the fluid flow within the eye. Sometimes when the fluid flow is not regulated by normal mechanisms, it can cause raised eye pressure. And this eye pressure leads to slow, gradual damage of the optic nerve. And the bad thing about this disease is that, again, whatever damage has been done silently cannot be reversed. The only way is to get your eyes checked timely. And if this disease is detected at a very early stage, then you can be safe from losing vision. So, when should you get a glaucoma checkup done? You should, if you are above 40, have a family history of glaucoma. Someone in the family is already having glaucoma medications or has gone blind with glaucoma, then you should definitely get an eye checkup done for yourself. If you're suffering from other medical conditions like diabetes, heart conditions, or raised blood pressure, you should get your eyes checked. If you are already wearing very thick glasses for distance or near vision, then also you have a high risk of getting glaucoma. Or if you had any eye injury in the any of the eyes and some complex surgery had been done in the eye, then also there's a risk for glaucoma. A very important risk factor is that if you have been taking any eye steroids medication in any form, whether for any skin allergies or some oral medications which have steroids or steroid eye drops, then also you have a high risk of getting glaucoma. So you should get your eyes checked in such cases. In a glaucoma examination, just a regular vision checkup will not be able to detect a glaucoma in your eye. You have to get specific tests done, like an eye pressure checkup, which is called tonometry, an internal eye checkup of the drainage angle of the eye, which is done by a gonioscopy, or these days a very easily available scan for the nerve of the eye, where we scan the damage of the nerve and it can be detected at a very early stage before any functional loss is there. So it's done by a OCT scan and a visual field test to detect any progression of the disease. So coming on to some retinal diseases, retina is a very sensitive nervous layer of the eye, and it is analogous to a film of the camera. So if the film of the camera gets damaged, as you know, however good photos we take, we will not be able to take the print of those photos. Similarly, if the retina is not working, whatever lens we put in front of the eye, you will not get a good vision. Usually, these retinal conditions are irreversible. So, again, the prime importance is to catch them in time. Do not wait for these diseases to reach a very advanced stage and start affecting vision and then initiating treatment. Better is to get your eyes screened for these diseases in time so that these diseases can be prevented from reaching a very advanced stage where there is no coming back. So, in age related degeneration, some deposits start appearing on the surface of the retina, and these deposits remain there for a very long time before they start affecting your vision. So these deposits can only be seen by a good retina examination. You should get your retina checked once you visit your ophthalmologist. A routine vision examination will not be able to detect it in a very early stage. So this will be a kind of vision defect which you can have in age-related macular degeneration or retinal degeneration. There will be black spots in the field of vision. Another common disease affecting patients in the Indian scenario is diabetic retinopathy. Diabetes is becoming endemic in our country. So almost every, one person in every 5 to 7 people is affected with diabetes. And if you have got diabetes, there are two organs in the body which have very high risk of getting damaged. So one of them is kidneys, and it can lead to kidney failure, and the other part is the retina. So retina has very fine blood vessels which give nutrition to the nervous layer of the eye. These get damaged in advanced cases of diabetes. So if you have a very poor control of blood sugar, you have a high risk of getting these damages and bleedings in the retina. And even if you have a very good control of blood sugar, even then you have the risk of getting this disease, because the longer you spend with diabetes in life, the higher the risk becomes. So if you are a diabetic, a good controlled diabetic for 15 to 20 years, you have a high risk, still have a high risk of getting this disease. So the symptoms in this disease will be, you can get floaters, you have blurred vision, you have fluctuating vision, your glasses, need for glasses changes time and again. And in such cases, you should get your eyes checked in time. Otherwise, even if you don't have symptoms, once every year you should get a retina examination done to rule out any early signs of diabetic changes. These days, in the lockdown scenario, this eye strain and computer vision syndrome, things like this are getting very commonly seen. And the strain in the eyes develops when you spend too much of time on the screen, either mobile screen, computer screen, or even reading a lot. Any prolonged near work without good rest in between can cause tiredness to the eye muscles. Even though this condition is not a severe condition and you might feel a lot uncomfortable, but simple eye rest and some lubricating eye drops time and again during your extended screen hours can help you in a big way. You can get blurred vision, irritation in the eyes, watery eyes, you can get headaches with eye strain, and you, in severe cases, you might even feel disoriented. There can be a disturbance in the sleep cycle as well. So we know that we are over, every one of us know that we are using screen more than what is, healthy. And some basic precautions to avoid eye strain are that you should keep the screen at a proper distance from yourself. The screen should be larger in size. The larger the screen, the farther you keep it away from the eyes, the better is the condition of the muscles, and you can avoid eye strain. You can lower the brightness of the screen. You can take 20 seconds of rest every 20 minutes of screen work. This will give time for the eye muscles, near muscles of the eyes, to get relaxed. And also, you can blink your eyes more often while your screen work is going on. So to summarize, there is a definite need for regular eye checkups. You should visit your ophthalmologist if you have any symptoms which I have discussed in the previous slides. And if you feel that you have risk factors mentioned in the presentation for any particular disease, then visit your ophthalmologist, get your eye checked in detail, not just a vision checkup, but a thorough, complete eye checkup, where we sometimes have to do a dilated eye checkup to look inside the eyes, the nerves, the retina, and the blood vessels of the nerves. So by a regular eye checkup, you can prevent your eyes getting damaged from irreversible vision losses, and you can enjoy your vision to the fullest. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening to me. And I thank Team Santin to give me this opportunity to talk on this prestigious World Sight Day. And I wish you, everyone, a very good and healthy vision. Thank you.